What's up, guys? All right, so let's look at today's daily energy. I'm sorry I'm getting it out kind of late in the day, guys. My schedule has been so crazy with this quarantine. I feel like I just sleep whenever I want to. So I woke up at like 2 o'clock in the morning and then went back to sleep at like 8 o'clock in the morning, and I'm just waking up. So here we are, 2:30 in the afternoon. All right, guys, so Monday, April 13th, what is today's daily energy? Now, like I always say, this is for all signs. At the end, we will do a pick a card so everyone can have personalized advice. All right. We have the 10 of Cups. Beautiful. Wow, 9 of Cups. And we have the Empress card. So guys, something is starting here and people are going to be very, very happy because of this. With the King of Swords, this could have to do with a Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. Or this could just be something that a person is just very, very focused on. Something that, a person really has to put some logic into. Now, there could be some sort of conflict. I don't want to say conflict. Something that could seem kind of burdening to you that you have to close out. Something that kind of feels forced. Okay, you're definitely on a path that you're very passionate about, but I feel like there's something here that a person still may have some passion in that they have to release, just with going into this new thing. So let's see why these cards are here, because these cards are super positive. We have the Fool card in the reverse, the 3 of Cups, and the 7 of Pentacles. So this is interesting because there's something a person is definitely very happy about. There could be a sense of having to wait to get this thing off the ground, or it could be a person who has started something and they're just waiting to see how things are going to how things are going to come up, how things are going to, how do I want to say this, how things are going to unfold. Okay, you're realizing that something was a mistake, but it's like there's happiness in this realization. Okay, it shows that there's definitely a power move being made, and there was something around you that seemed unstable, whether it was a person or just an environment, and it's like you dodge a bullet with that. If this has to do with love, then it could have been a person that was promiscuous, somebody that was a player, but it's like you ended up not getting into this for whatever reason, so it's like you dodged that bullet. Okay, but yeah, definitely something very positive happening here, guys. Okay, good shit. All right, so think of a card, 1, 2, or 3, and that's going to be your personalized advice. Now, I always say, guys, to watch all 3 advice cards, because it'll still be advice for the day, but pay most attention to yours because that'll relate most to you. All right, so 1, 2, or 3. Think of a card, 1, 2, or 3. All right. So we have 1, 2, and 3. All right. So if you guys chose card number 1, you have the Strength card. All right. So you're doing something with strength. You're doing it with resilience. You're putting your best foot forward. So let's see why this is coming up. Okay. There's definitely a lot of strength that you guys are exuding right now, but there's something that you're putting in the past, and it's like you're not doing it in a malicious or harsh way. It's just like, you know what, this is done, it's run its course, no big deal. There's just a lot that I was losing here. Okay, let's see why the Strength card is here. Let's pull some clarifiers. We have the 7 of Swords and the 5 of Pentacles. So I feel as though someone is definitely having to be strong in a situation where something is being rejected, and I feel like maybe there's some sort of pain that you're keeping to yourself. Okay, but there's definitely some sort of loss that's being felt. It's just a person, I don't feel like they're really talking about it, and I feel like they're standing very strongly in the face of all of this adversity. Okay, but it shows that you guys were reserved from it's like you pulled back from something that just would have been toxic for you. For some of you, this could have to do with finances. Maybe you feel like you're tight on finances and you're not letting people know. So if that is the case specifically where you guys are suffering financially, Spirit is saying to be strong in this moment, and work through. You don't necessarily have to tell people your problems, but you will get out of any sort of burden that you are going through financially if that's the case. All right. So card number 2, we have the Death card. So definitely a huge change happening here. There's 2 major arcanas coming out. So there's definitely a huge shift today. So let's see what this change is and what the advice is for card number 2. Wow, Ace of Pentacles. So you guys are getting into something new, and this is something that can really last a long time. Okay, something definitely with longevity attached to it. Now we have the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. So there's something new you're getting into. This is going to be something long term, but with this card specifically, or these cards for card number 2, it's saying that you don't necessarily have to be the one to move forward with this new beginning. So maybe it's something that's presented to you, or somebody else is kind of like doing the work in all of this. But it shows that you guys are parting ways with something that made your soul feel very uncomfortable. Okay, so a very positive change coming in for you. All right, guys, so card number 3, we have the Page of Swords in the reverse. So when this card comes out, it means that in some cases, it could be you not talking to a person, someone stops talking to you, so it could be someone who's just not communicating, or it could be someone who's speaking in a very, very harsh way, maybe somebody who's not thinking clearly, maybe someone's, having some sort of creative block. So why is this Page of Swords in the reverse? 3 of Swords in the reverse. And we have the 7 of Wands. So to really stand your ground with some sort of adversity that's happening. With the 3 of Swords, this either talks about being in the process of healing, or somebody who is not being truthful about how much something is hurting them. Okay. But here it's saying to stand your ground against something you have to release, something that your soul is fighting against. So there could be something tough happening here, but wherever you guys have a sense of miscommunication with someone, or you just feel like the energies are very, very heavy, that's something that you guys are moving past. And it could just say, stand your ground, you will heal, you'll get past this, keep your pain to yourself. It could be saying that as well, and just move past it. Okay. All right, guys, so let me get to work. If you guys need any personal readings, I'm pretty much working every day, catching up on some readings today. So you guys can purchase that through my website. Everything is in the description below. Follow me on Instagram, High Vibrations 44. You can also follow me on Twitter, Bruja Shit. Take care.